Buddy, Aaron Shell here for round three, and as I said before, I lost the audio for this video, which is unfortunate because that's the one where I happened to go 3-0. But I'm gonna make the best I can by just talking about how I did and what I did. So I'm looking at that hand because we just didn't have no lands or spells to really go anywhere. But this hand is much better. I mean, we have 2 drop, 3 drop, and 3 lands, and a Mystic definitely does not hurt. And this is actually interesting to note that I'd not actually ever played this deck against this deck before. This was, if you look at the date on the screen, this is the 1st of September where I actually recorded this, which is 10 days ago. I mean, 10 days from the posting of this video, so that's a long time ago. And this is actually kind of a version of Raphael Levy's mono white M14 draft strategy. Like, if you can go read his article, I wish I could tell you where it was. I'll go look it up later and tell you, or maybe I'll post it in the description or something. But he posted an article about how mono white weenie splashing green for combat tricks was a really good deck, and it was a sleeper deck that no one really knew about. So when I played this deck, I was actually really confused because I'd never seen anything like it before. This is still, this is a week and a half ago or whatever. So the mono white was really something new that I had never seen before. But apparently somebody was in the know because they drafted it, and uh, you know, it's a close one. It was actually pretty good. So here we're just attacking in with Root Walla. If he wants to trade something, we'll be happy to pump our Root Walla, but it's unlikely he's going to. So then I guess we just slam another 2 dudes here. Yeah, he can gain all the life he wants. We're not too concerned about that. And the reason why we're playing these threats out is because Master of Diversion is going to tap a creature. And now we have 2 things that kill Master of Diversion, so he can't really attack with it as profitably as he otherwise could. So he's just going to still swing in there. And we're just going to immediately try to trade with his Master of Diversions. I mean, if he has like a Show of Valor or something, that's bad for us, but we kind of have to force his hand here. It's really hard to win through a Master of Diversions tapping down your guys. So he does have the Show of Valor, but we are not too upset about that. Okay, we drew a Shock, which is just what we needed. And now he's tapped out, so we can just uh, shock it if we so choose. Swing in here. There's really no need to pump because we want to cast our other Root Walla. And then I think we just shock while he's tapped out and get rid of his 2/2 that taps our dudes. And we're in an okay position. He does have a flyer and he will gain a bunch of life, but we are not by any means in a bad position. And his flyer can't really attack. 1/3 Vigilance is not really going to get it done for him. Alright, well we are drawing a little bit blank, but we'll definitely swing in with our Root Wallas. Yeah, getting in 8 damage seems pretty good to me. And we don't really have any follow-up plays, so we don't really particularly care. Now, we're going to keep the Mountain in hand to bluff something, though, because even if we draw a land next turn, we can still drop a land and be fine. Okay, Occupation Knight is not too threatening. His offense is just hit a staggering, is at a staggering stop because of our Deadly Recluse, and we just drew our 4/4. But once again, we're just going to swing. Then we can pump one and then play the Baloth if he chooses to block. Alright, so he is blocking, but we don't really care about taking out a 1/1. So we pump the one that is not being blocked. See if he's got a combat trick. Yeah, you can gain all the life you would like, sir. Alright, and then just dump our 4-4 out. So we got all the 4-4s, which is pretty hard for white weenie to deal with. At this point, we're highly favored to win. There's not many cards you could drop on us that would make us get into a losing position. Capation Knight is a little annoying, but he doesn't have enough mana to first strike anything out. So I would be very surprised if he just didn't concede pretty quickly. Let's see what he does, though. Dawnstrike Paladin is pretty good. And we just blank on a land, but we just kind of swing through his dudes. We'll be able to hopefully power through it, even though we are drawing a little blank. He says GG. Okay. So he decided he couldn't bear the might of the 4-4s. So some things we should probably think about. I don't know why we're thinking about naturalized. Well, never mind. We're thinking about naturalized definitely because he's a white deck, so he obviously has got some pacifisms in his deck. We didn't really see any that game, but pacifisms are very nasty for us, so we would probably like some way to get rid of them, and naturalize hits them very well at instant speed. I don't think we actually want a Bramble Crush, so I believe we'll side that back out. Nope, apparently we're playing Bramble Crush. My bad. So we're very worried about the pacifism plan because that's how we're gonna die. Okay, well, we have to mulligan again. That's really frustrating. But we hit our lands. We have 3 lands and an Elvish Mystic, which is not bad at all. And he starts right off with a Suntail Hawk. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we drew our red source, which is good. And if we have to, I guess we can turn 3 Hunt the Weak and get a Suntail Hawk if we're under a ton of pressure or something. It really depends. Oh, that's a good one. That's going to be really hard for us to fight through. Imposing Sovereign. So this is the blind obedience stapled to a creature, minus the extort, of course. And we're just drawing lands. It's a little frustrating. But we are by no means out of the game. I don't see any reason for him not to attack with like the Suntail Hawk or something. Alright, there we go. Oh, he's swinging in with both, so that means he obviously has a pump trick. But I think we just kind of have to. I think we have to try to force it. No, I mean we can hunt the weak on our next turn. This is an interesting one. Well, we drew Naturalize if he ever actually has pacifisms, but we drew both our hate cards, which is a little awkward. So we kind of have to go to try to get some value out of it. A 2/2's much more important against this board than anything else. So that resolves. Though I do think probably should have hit the Sovereign instead of the Suntail Hawk, but I felt like he's got a parade of 1/1s and we have very little flying blocking, so it was more important that we get rid of those. So the sideboarding options for this next round, I think, is probably going to be Giant Spider in over a Bramble Crush. Naturalize is fine. It's better than Bramble Crush in my opinion because it's instant speed. It hits artifacts as well. You know, it's just cheaper as a general rule. Well, we drew something, which is good. Unfortunately, it's going to interplay tapped. And, you know, we're not going to block with our Mystics, so we might as well attack with it. I think that was a little greedy. I think we should probably have not attacked with it. It's really weird, like, watching your plays, the plays you make from the past, because you realize how stupid some of the plays are. And then sometimes you realize, wait, there was a reason why I did this. So I think we probably Bramble Crush one of his lands just to keep him off lands. Apparently we're getting very aggressive with what we're doing. I think that's really greedy. So we just get blown out by a ton of pump spells. 2 mana Celestial Flare, that's awkward. So I think the main problem in this match was that we kind of got aggressive. We tried to put a clock on him, while we could have realized that we were more likely to win the long game than trying to race him here. So, especially when we had two dead cards in our hand via Naturalize and Bramble Crush. So I think we should have just tried to focus on the long game. I mean, we're not losing right now by any means, but he's got a flyer and we go to 7, so that's a little awkward. And then I think we should have Bramble Crushed that turn. See, now we Bramble Crush when it doesn't exactly matter. So I don't think we should attack. We need to focus on really trying to preserve our life total. Oh, but I am attacking. I'm just getting... See, I think I would just... I don't know. I think I was like high this game or something. I have no idea. This is really embarrassing. That was a really bad move. I think we should have just tried to sit and wait it out. And see, now we're taking like a bunch of damage that we didn't really need to take. Then Pump Spell just blows us out of the water again. And any blocker we play just enters the battlefield tapped. Even one so good as a Mind Sparker. And then he just kills us in the air in a few turns if we don't draw an answer. So I think all in all this game was played very poorly by me. Don't take from my example this game. I don't know exactly what I was thinking. A little strange, but I don't normally play this badly. Let's see what he's got. If he's got like, if it's another Celestial Flare, that's really awkward. Yep. So he's just like mono Celestial Flare, kill you. Yep. And then we got like Flames of the Fire. Nope. Okay. Obviously, Flames of the Firebrand would have been very good there. Just Wrath your board. That would have been very good. Now, if he has like a single pump spell or something, he just gets us. And you'll be able to tell really fast because you'll just... Well, this game could have gone a lot better. And see, if we played more conservatively, we'd have drawn the Primeval Bounty eventually and still won off of the back of Primeval Bounty. See what... Yep, Fortify just gets us. Boom. All our stuff's dead. Okay. Well, we would have drawn a Spore Mound, and then a Shock. A Shock would have been very good there. So, we're definitely going to get rid of that Bramble Crush, I think. And we need to focus more on being early. So, Howl of the Night Pack is not as good as it could be in this matchup. Where's that Bramble Crush? There it is. Well, actually... Yeah, I think Past Me has it right. Bramble Crush is more versatile. So while Naturalize was a complete dead card that game, we still cast Bramble Crush and we got him pretty striped for mana. So I think it's worth noting that. That's interesting. I didn't know that I started that match with 41 cards. I think I must have been really tired during this game because I'm making some very sloppy play mistakes that I would not normally make. That's interesting. And I'm being a little bit of a dick. Yay, getting all three games. So, all in all, I'm probably pretty tired when I was recording this. So, I feel a little hesitant to post it, but, you know, I still did well, so. Well, we drew our land, so we got there pretty much. Got Root Walla into Rumbling Baloth, so that's pretty good of a curve. And Suntail Hawk is definitely not that much pressure. And he doesn't have a follow-up 2-drop, so we are in a much better position than we were. So we'll just dump out our Root Walla. Our Geyser here is going to be pretty good too, because it's going to take out his biggest threat. Alright, well that seems like a pretty Geyser-worthy target. But I think we probably still curve out with Baloth first. I mean, because he's got a tap one, and we're probably okay with trading a Root Walla for it. Nope, we're on the aggressive route. So if that's the case, then we're probably geysering the Master. Yep. That was a bit of a mistake. I should have geysered it on my turn, I think. It's more relevant that we got rid of the threat than making him waste like a pump spell or something. Especially now because he's going to get some damage in if he has a pump spell. So that is a little bit of a blunder on my part. But we make him waste a trick. That's kind of where we're at. Hopefully he finally gives me priority so I can try to geyser it. I don't know exactly what he's waiting for. So by waiting there, we baited out. We got him to tap low, but it looks like he still's got the. Wow, Brave the Element. So at least we made him waste a really good spell to blank our Geyser. But Imperial Sovereign's really a beating for us. Just makes all our stuff enter tapped. That's really frustrating. So we're going to play the Spider here. It's going to blank more creatures. And then Master of Diversions like taps down our blockers. So if we're not going to block with our Root Wall, I think we should just attack with it. See what our opponent does. Well, we're going to make him do the trigger. Apparently, past me is not playing 100%. I mean, it's what, 10:54 p.m.? It's pretty late. That's pretty late for me. Like, see what else happens. Yep, and he taps through wall, so there's no point in not attacking. Just wasted 2 points of damage for us. However, we're just gonna play all 4/4s and hopefully just get there that way. We can now pump our Root Walla, and our Giant Spider eats every single one of his creatures. So he's got to have some kind of pump spell. And he is drawing a ton of lands. So he's getting a little mana flooded. It is rough though trying to fight through a mulligan though. In all three of our games. It is a little rough. See what... I think like if you're gonna attack, you want to tap down the spider, because if you want me to waste my mana, let's see what he does though. Then again, if you have like a pump spell, you probably want to get rid of the spider instead of the Root Walla because it can block flying creatures. Let's see what he's got though. Definitely get that Sovereign out of here. And here's the pump spell. Alright, well, that is a Root Walla down. But, ooh, that was a good draw. I think we just kind of have to go for it here. We're just definitely going to put it on our spider. And we're getting rid of the Master of Diversions here, so that because that way we can block better. Let's see what he's got. I'm sure he's got some trick. His deck's just like mono tricks. Pay no heed. Well, that's not as bad as it could be. We get a bigger spider. But we're still just not advancing our board, which is a little frustrating. But we can eat something soon. Fortify just blows us out really hard here. I think at this point we're playing is, if he doesn't have Fortify, is basically what we're playing. So the fact that he didn't attack is very good for us. So we're just going to try to shock the Imposing Sovereign here. Because if that resolves, then we get an untapped Baloth. Yay! Untapped. That makes me happy. So now we should just attack with one of the bail. Okay. Apparently we're not attacking with one of the bail-offs. Past me is making a few mistakes. Well, geez. That is definitely a good draw. And we will use it to 2-for-1 if we can. Uh, apparently he does like F6 or something, so we'll just get in for 8. I think at this point we're pretty highly favored to win this match. There's not too much you can draw. So now that you guys have watched this, I think it's really a good tool to record yourself and watch back because you see all these different lines of play that you just didn't either missed or didn't pay attention to when you actually played the game. So like just watching this game playthrough, ooh, we won. So that's GG, and we are 3-0. So that's pretty awesome. So thank you guys for watching. But seriously, try to record yourself, and you will see that there's like so much more stuff that you miss. And it was really nice having you guys be with me. Like and comment if you enjoyed or something, and I will see you later. Bye.